Hello everybody, welcome to My Good Life. I'm Uzma. I've had a really busy week with the storms. There was loads of damage around and work starting back as normal. And there were lots of things that were just intruding upon me moving smoothly. And it made me think about my last video, the mental fitness that I was talking about. And automatically I went into my mode of what I usually do. But I thought I stopped myself because I wanted to share that with you. So the first part of finding how to do mental fitness, a bit like, we talked about physical fitness. You want to get your body fit. So what do? You go out and you see, can I do a gym? Shall I sign up? Shall I do it via YouTube? Shall I join an app? You do all that research. Same thing applies to mental fitness. You first have to prepare for it. And this is how I prepare for it. So come along. Right. So, old school. Going back to basics. I know I'm talking via the medium of new technology, but sometimes there is real value in looking at combining old school methods with new methods, like sharing it with YouTube. So here it is. First thing, I try and find, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to fold it, this clear acetate. Back many years ago, when we had projectors, you would, and you didn't have the presentations that you could give on your laptop. You would use this and you would draw it out and put it under the projector, and it would be screened across a clear screen, and everybody would see it, students, and it would be fantastic. And this is what it is. So find this. You'll find it online. All the big, I don't want to mention anything because nobody's sponsoring me, but find it online. It's A4 clear acetate film. Get about 3 or 4 sheets of this and divide this A4 into the days of the week. I've done 2, but I'm just going to do this for you now. And then once you've done 2, you just lay it all on top of one another, and you just basically draw out exactly as you would the bottom 2. So I'm just going to do this so you understand what, and there's a reason we do it like this. I will get to that later. Slowly. See, everything takes a little time. But this is all that research I was talking about, and that getting prepared. How you've got to take your time. You don't want to rush it, because often, like physical fitness, if you rush and you say, I'm going to go to this gym, and you pay it, and then you realize, actually, I'm not really visiting it as much as I'd like, and I've spent all that money. I'm not using the app as much as I'd like. So it takes a little time to find the right method that'll work for you. Listen to some music now. Right, I have done, I hope you can see this, I'm trying to, 3 sheets like this. There you go. 3 of them. Each one has to be laid on top of one another. Doesn't matter if it's not completely perfect, but basically as perfect as one can be. There you go. We're now going to label each one. The The first one is going to be, for students out there, you can look at it as uni, and or for those who work and work as well, work. So one's got uni and work. Second one, social. We'll get to this later on. Social. And the third and final one, personal. Now, I'm going to tell you how we're going to fill this, but I think we should do this out in nature, because there's nothing better than, a bit like, taking out a diary or taking out your journal and going somewhere else where it'll make you think clearer. So we're going to do that. Let's go. I think it's very important that you go to a different environment, preferably if the weather's good or just outside, so that you can gather your thoughts in a different space and think about how your year may be. As I sit here and I look at this beautiful oak tree, it's over 250 years old. And I was telling you how I've had a very busy week. One of it being this beautiful oak tree in the storm, the two storms we had, just crashed. One of the biggest boughs, if you can see over there, just crashed down. And it makes you think of all that time and years it's spent growing, and then it's ended because of something like the weather, which was uncontrollable. Just makes me think and reflect. A bit like using this space to reflect on my own journey that I kind of know will happen in this year. And like I said, I've had a busy year. So what I try and do, and this is a good little exercise. See, I'm using my watercolor pad. This is a good exercise to do for students. Before I came out, I said to you, we're going to divide these 3 bits of paper into uni or work, social, I hope you can see it, social and personal. It's self-explanatory, uni and work. What do you do, either work-wise, every day, from Monday to Sunday? And each part, if I just bring you in closer, you'll see here, is divided into 3 sections. AM goes right up to noon, and then from noon to 6 p.m, and then from 6 p.m. till you sleep. The reason being, let's take the example of the uni and work. What time do you get up on a Monday? And if you're at work or you've got courses, you would put it in there. And so on and so forth. I think uni and work is very self-explanatory. So in my case, I usually like to choose a different color. I think I'll go for blue, if I can get it out. And by the way, I'm using non-permanent pens here, because this I can rub out, but I'll keep this as permanent. Right, so let's say get up, every morning, leave for 6 to work, and that is away. I would put away 6 a.m. that is, and right up to noon. I'd be working all day on a Monday, right up to 5 p.m. So that's about here. So I would do that, and I work at a university. I put university. Now, on Tuesday, I work from home, so I get up a bit later, be 8, and I work right through to 5 p.m. On Wednesday and Thursday, I'm away again, so both 6 a.m. and again the same. Now, I'm not working on a Saturday and Sunday for that week. Now, we're only going to do this week by week because it's easier. So here, if you look, after 5 p.m., what is it that I do? And what time do I get home? This is where it changes. You know, I was talking about personal and social. Why highlight them? What does it mean? What does social mean? What does personal mean? Social is everything you do with others. Family, friends, dinners. It could even, but it's not something like the gym. The gym would come under personal. Anything to do with what time you take out for yourself. The walk I do on a Saturday, for example, that would come under personal. Something that you do just solely for yourself. And although sometimes the gym may involve other people, it is for yourself. However, if it was coffee, let's say I went out for coffee or lunches after gym, I would put it in social. That's the difference. The reason we're separating it is because one of the parts of ensuring that you have building resilience and building good mental well-being is recognizing those parts of your life that interact with others. They make you as happy as as you do for yourself. But it's finding out how much you do with others, how much do you do with yourself, and how much you have to do because you have to go to work or go to uni. So let's just do this one. So let me fill out the social first here. But I shall now use green for social. Green for social. And I know for this week I'm going out for dinner, and it would be here at dinner 6 p.m. So you'd put it down here, dinner. I'm just doing it roughly so you have an idea, and that could go on till 10 p.m. Okay. Now, I filled out, as you've seen, the uni and work, social and personal. And what I then do is I bring them all together. That's why we're using that clear sheet. There you go. Bring it all together. And here you can see nothing overlaps apart from on this day, on Saturday. I just have a look. I've got nothing on the uni, but when I flip it, I see on my social, I agreed to meet somebody for dinner from 6 to 10, and I was supposed to have gin from 6 to 7. Well, one thing has to give, doesn't it? Either I tell my friends I'm going to be an hour later, or I just don't go to the gym. And it makes me think, hang on, maybe I can miss gym. You know why? Because, have a look here. On that Saturday, I not only have gym at 6 to 7, I also have the walk from 10 to noon. So I won't feel bad about giving gym a miss. So I'll give gym a miss and go and meet my friends for the dinner, because I would have had that walk and I'd have felt good about it. This is just a little example to show you how good something like this can make you feel, because it really makes you visualize how your week will look. Are you doing too much? Are you doing too little in one area? Would you like to improve one area over the other? Do you have to have conversations where you modify how your work or university life is and how you manage your family life? People with children, multiple jobs, multiple responsibilities will have a much busier schedule. And this really goes a long way in helping to get your head clear on what it is that's prioritizes for you. What's the priority for you, really? What is it that you would like to concentrate on? So I think, I think this is a really good tool to have to begin your mental fitness on. There'll be many other tools I will share, and eventually you'll get to a place where you find your rhythm, the rhythm that works with your life and with the way you want your year to be. So until next time, everybody, I'm going to just sit back, relax, and see you next time. Goodbye.